Yeah, I mean it's easy to saying out. It's the good music is gone. It's easy to say.
Rock and roll is done.
It's done, but I don't think so. It's just changed. I mean, there's a good player these days is completely different than in the past because there's a generation who grew up on internet and YouTube, and they get instantly the information, any kind of information, what they need in 1 second. In those guys' time, the big guys' time, they had to learn a lot. They had to looking for albums, buy albums. They had to going to concerts, watching the big guys, and so on and so on. Now it's different, but I don't think it's done. It's just changed. Just changed. I mean, these days a young talent, 14 years old drummer, knows much better and much more than a 14 years old drummer in the 90s or in the 80s or in the 70s because of just the possibilities to get the information immediately from YouTube. So I think it's not done, it's just changed. Because they have no time to listening full album. Well, I'm recording albums for older guys, but
Older than you?
yes, sure. But not for myself, because I just see there is not so much reason to doing a full album anymore. Because people have no time to listen it, because everybody is watching their phone, they're contacting with anyone in every seconds, and the world is just became super fast in the last 10 years. So they had just no time. They need the information, the audience, the people needs the information faster, more essential, and they had just no time. Trailers, yeah, or kind of 2-3 minutes long clips, video clips, or even 15 seconds. I mean, 15 seconds is much more popular than a 5 minute solo, even if there's Vunikaliura. People watching 50 seconds because it's in their platform, in the phone, and everybody has 15 seconds between two chat on Facebook. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, I'm just so curious how the system works well. Which one is the best way to to touch them, to get the contact with them, with the youngsters? It's actually a really difficult and hard school lesson to founding them, in their timing. I'm learning a lot from the young people, and even if I'm not old, but the actual generation, I'm talking about between 15 and 25, they are super fast, and they speak this language originally because they born with this, not me. Well, yeah, I mean, since the album selling is gone, the concert a bit more popular
Do you like it?
than 15 years ago. So yeah, a lot of people making bands, projects, and everybody's playing. The big question is also again the financial part of this, because nobody sells albums, they have to earn some money, but they have to make a fame. Fame means they have to promote, or they have to promote themselves on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all these kind of platforms. But the whole system, the whole profit, it's kind of virtual.
Like
You know.
virtual money,
Virtual
Virtual-
money, virtual success,
virtual feelings.
Yeah, virtual feelings, virtual feedbacks. Strange, new. It still works, and the concert is the only happening where you cannot lie and you cannot fake. If you're a musician, then you have to play in a really good way because the competition is big. There's a lot of musicians. If we are talking now about just only musicians, and let's talk about drummers. There's a lot of new drummers. There became every week a new guy with super technical skills and and a lot of things. And it's affect the older generation too, because the older generation has to play 100% too all the time because of the young ones. It's a good thing actually. Just strange, just different.
It's strange, but it's good for me.
Yeah, me either. Very difficult to find good music these days. I mean, there's a lot of good musics, but these days, I don't know. It's just changed. I mean, there's some really good band from the new generation, like Animals as Leaders, which I like really. It doesn't mean I'm listening every day, because I have no time to listen to music, and I did a lot when I was younger. But they are original. It's just there is some soul. I mean, there's heart, there's emotion. It's just the same situation. It's just so hard to be original because there is countless of new bands every week. So it's much more harder to being original than before, because before there just simply wasn't this number of bands. Yeah, I can just say the same thing. I mean, now it just changed. Now it's Rihanna, what Whitney Houston was, and they are not the same talent. But the people really can accept Rihanna's fact. I like Rihanna very much. I like her music. I like her songs. Just changed. I don't know when will come out the new Beatles or Rolling Stones, because they did once, and I don't think. I don't know. I cannot thinking in this way. When will become a new Mahavishnu Orchestra, a new Weather Report? Yeah, I understand. Yeah, sure. Uh, what do you think? You think will happen? You think will a good music era will come in again? Because I think now it's a good music era too, just different and modern. Right. There is few. There is few. There is really, really super talented musicians on the planet right now, like Adrian Ferro, the bass player, who grew up on old music. Old means 70s, and his speaking on his instrument is absolutely. He's a pioneer. You know what I'm saying? Or even Anto Davidians, my mate from Russia. Another one, Federico Malaman, the Italian guy. And I'm talking about bass players now. And there's a couple of drummers too, like Matthew Garska, who has a very, very, very new conception of drumming.
Mm-hmm. It's a new way of music?
It's a new way of music. He's a drummer of Animals as Leaders.
Mm-hmm.
And Animals as Leaders is a very wide band. It's an instrumental band, very difficult music, but they are just so original. They are the new era of music, right?
I don't know, if you ask me.
Okay. I'm optimist, and I'm basically happy, and I'm just trying to keep my originality, because I just get some feedbacks in the last few years. Maybe I'm original, and this is the best thing what I could do to be being original. Maybe I'm not the fastest drummer, or the hardest, or the. But I just want to be original. What Terry Bozzio was, what Steve Gadd was, what Buddy Rich was, and all these drummers. And I'm just trying to keep this during the new years, right? So I'm not. I don't want to be old-fashioned, of course. I'm not. I don't want to present the past. I want to present the actual things in the world. I cannot present the future, of course.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I just want to be original. They born in a very, very good area when all the music came out, all the music happened, all the music styles just born. And Vinny Colaiuta got a luck because Zappa hired him. So, and Zappa's music affected him very much to build himself as Vinny Colaiuta. And that was completely different time. And as I told you, there wasn't any bands and wasn't that much drummers like these days, because there wasn't any way of communication like Facebook or YouTube. Mm-hmm. They had no idea in New York when they were 14 what the other guy, who's also 14 years old, doing in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because there wasn't YouTube, nothing. So they had to think about themselves only, right? Watching the biggest guys, the actual big guys.
All big guys now
All big
in
guys,
internet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah?
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It's a pleasure. Thank you.